Hi, Heather here. I got the instinct to do a reading, so wanted to talk just a little bit about my connection to spirit and how I get information. It's information that comes to me like thunderbolts of lightning at times, or it comes through dreams or meditation. And I didn't choose it, it chose me, I guess. You pardon. You get to a space and time in life and things start happening to you and you just simply must have an explanation. And so you start listening to the clues and looking for and seeing the things that are coming into your world, and it's like putting together this puzzle of what it all means. But it's quite magical, so let's do a reading. The Two of Swords. It's about knowing. It's that two truths that come to an intersection, that you make a decision on what is that one truth for you, for your soul and your body. You've got two alternating truths and you're discerning which is the best truth for you. Your spirit is cobwebbed to what is best for you. Your spirit, it's what you keep thinking about. It's what your mind keeps getting pulled to. That's the decision that you need to make. The one that you sparks your interest. It sparks some fire in you, some interest. Queen of Wands. This is about being polished and grand and unique in weaving your path in your life. A true goddess creator. It's about being in that energy of the essence of you. The essence of you just bleeds from your pores, and your style and your movements. And the Four of Swords, that's that inner knowing of yourself and your stability and the temptations that have been set before you. And was the fruit in it delicious? Are you thriving and nourished? And so you're reflecting on this. You go into a hanged man status where you just think deeply about who you are, and just you suspend time for a little bit to tread anyone else's ideas of who you are to establish who you are. Yeah, the Six of Swords, that is sailing forward into calmer waters, like being elevated and illuminated. The Six of Swords, I'm trying to think of it in the traditional tarot. Yes, the Six of Swords is the one the birds are pulling the canoe in, I believe. It's like symbolic of your spirit is pulling you. I had a vision of two owls mating the other day in my meditation. It was magical. Strength. Finding that inner strength to face any of those things in your life that might seem scary, like in this card. These children are walking up to a lion and they're just like, oh, you're so pretty. And this cat is like, I can take you out. In me, it's like this representation of God in a way, like, you know, God loves us and God can take us out if we are not being good for humanity or the environment or people around us or animals. We will experience physical things. You have to learn to balance your energy and focus on your health. Now, everything that you do is an investment in you. It comes out in expressions and how others receive you. And they want to cherish you in that regard. They want to celebrate you. They have watched your reflection and new direction and strength and balancing your life. And they're right there wanting to celebrate with you this time of such pain that led you to that path. You know, it is our pain in life that leads us to our purpose. That's what God showed me. We follow our emotions. They are our guiding lights. They are our emotional intelligence. The intelligence is in what is causing that emotion and fixing the health of that at the core. Not picking up all of the masks, medication masks, and so on. Really getting to what is this emotion that I'm feeling and why, and where can I follow this path to something that feels more loving, feels like wishes come true. Money comes from the spirit of someone getting excited about something, some vision. It started small and became a company that made money, that pays people, when we stop at the paycheck that we're getting or the money that's in our bank account right now, we're missing the big picture. The big picture is the spirit of what's making the money. It's your actions in your home and how things are going and what you're working towards. Our soul screams at us all the time if we just listen. It tells us who to be and how to be it. Our Seven of Swords. This is the kind of disappearing act that we do when we're in a place where we don't want to listen to what our spirit is telling us. We just kind of ignore the problem for a little while. We go into this Seven of Swords. And then one day it becomes too much and you set yourself free. You become the magician that says, oh, I will no longer hide from this. And you start a new journey. It takes great strength to start a new journey. And with each journey brings more wisdom. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is about protection and like knowing who you are. So in one of the tarot decks, it's like the girl is in a glass ball, and all the wands are pointed toward the glass ball. It's like when you find yourself so deeply that others see you the way you see you, that's the Seven of Wands. That is when you are protected. You are being you all the time. You've taken off any masks that you had. You've set those down, the Ten of Wands. You're like, it is way too much work to hold on that mask. It becomes a passion to set the masks down. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? Like, I've been starving over here. Like, this is what the energy is coming through as the cards right now. Like, it's your body saying, why didn't I think of this sooner? Like, we have those moments, right? They just hit us like, oh, that was the puzzle piece I needed. But think about it. We need to go all the way through that journey to discover that puzzle piece. But this is that feeling of when it's all just like, how did that happen? Is this possible? The Queen of Pentacles came out upside down, and that usually symbolizes like wife, or and so it's when someone suddenly is no longer connected in the financial stability that they were before. So whether it's a single person, but their financial things have changed, or it's a married person, their financial things have changed. So it's a flip of a switch. And so then it's like there's a 7 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. So it's going on a journey to discover all of the value that you have built up in your life thus far, you know, based on every experience, every job you've worked, every education, every book you've read, every person you've met, everything. What makes the recipe of your most valuable, and you go on a journey to discover your hidden talent, if you're picking one way that you can make money to provide for yourself and your stability, whether there's a partner there or not. It's that figuring out, what am I best at? What am I good at? And walking the journey to light that fire within yourself. And to make your dreams come true, your wish fulfillment. To just go for it. Like, it's your birthday. It's my birthday. And you just go for it because you realize this is my birthright. Like, I have figured out who I am, what I'm supposed to be. So it's kind of my birthday every day I wake up, right? It's a day I'm on this planet, living this life that God gifted me. Oh, I didn't take it out and it gave it back to me. You see how Spirit does that? Look at that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you find that fuel in your body, that thing that sets your soul on fire that you want, and you put all of your action into it. This is just about expressing yourself along that journey and giving out the loving energy you're wanting to receive. The King of Pentacles. So, let's see, what else do we have here? And the Knight of Swords. All right, so it looks to me like the King of Pentacles, so this is a male energy, and he is financially stable, and he is protecting his truth. In this Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is all about starting to move forward in your actions with your truth, protecting yourself from the things that hurt you. It's all about moving through that. Yeah, and reflecting in that energy of what is my truth and how am I walking to ensure that I actually see the happiness that is my truth. And I've got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck, which is to me the God card. God has gifted you that whatever your thoughts keep going back to, both the male and female energy in here find their Ten of Pentacles together in a shared vision, shared purpose, shared journey. And I'm noticing the red on the dress. It's like learning the love lessons. And the red on his corsage. And traveling the world, or in your journey around the world thus far. And the gifts that have come from each of those journeys. The Page of Wands, that's getting more comfortable in your actions with the things that are setting your spirit on fire, like, and want to move in that direction. That look within yourself to see, well, psychic is just that I know where I want to go and I'm going to go there. It's seeing into your soul and your mind and finally setting aside the social masks that we put on and the labels and acceptances of what other people have told us, and we surrender it for a true reflection of ourselves and who we are, and we polish the things that we didn't love, and that reflects, it always reflects. So you just work on being you, 100% you, and the rest takes care of itself. You have to hold yourself to the truth. You have to say, did I do today what I needed to do today to protect my truth, to work towards my truth, to continue forward on my journey? This is a mastery of that energy. So you're moving forward in that energy, offering up connections and expressions of love with people in that 100% truth. It is your constant vibration. You have no masks. You've completely polished and embraced who you are. So at any moment, it's the same reflection. You put an end to the alter egos, the trying to pretend to be what someone else needed you to be or wanted you to be, and started living for yourself and what you're meant to be and what you're supposed to be. The Three of Wands, it's like that place of knowing when you stand there and you look at it and it all just flows back. Like, I might not have all the answers, but I know now that what's coming is grand and beautiful. The pain that I felt is an absolute indicator of the contrast of letting that pain go. So you think of the amount of joy you'll feel in proportion to the desperation you felt. it makes it easy to say, I don't know what I was thinking. It just, when you're in it, your body needs it. It is expressing to you. Your cells are crying to you to love yourself, to do what you are meant to do, not what everybody else thinks you're meant to do, and to not let a few closed doors get you to, where did it go, that state again, you know? It's understanding that it's like, okay, well, I don't have to cry about that now. Maybe it didn't work out, but was it meant to? Something else is going to come of that. I'm not sure what, but something. And it just feels so much lighter when you take your caged thoughts and you say, how do I work on myself so that I can get everything that my heart is begging for? That's what despair does. It makes you figure out, how do I stop the noise? I'm trying to live in this, and I've got this noise. How do I stop it? You reboot. You stop listening to everything and everyone else for a little while. Polish yourself. Just think about all the things in life that you've loved and you've been recognized for. Start there. God has this wonderful way of helping us look at the things that we're not proud of that we did, and then helping us come back from that, and helping us see the route and the way to come back from that when we are caught in all of these things that people have screamed at us and believing, and so just trying to pretend that the problem doesn't exist. Polish yourself to figure out, all right, I can't ignore it anymore. You have a want for something. You feel people are trying to steal from you. And it's a tough feeling. It's a tough energy to be in. That's when you have to, you've got basically all these different actions, but they're in fighting combat mode right now. Like the action of your partner might be going this direction, and the action of you is going in this direction. And so although people might not be physically fighting, the spirit of that's the energy that's happening. And so it's finding a way to discover which of these actions is not suiting me that I need to pivot away from. So you ask your heart, What is it telling you? Everything starts from the spirit of something. And where do you think your moods and your emotional outbursts come from? They come from your heart. When you have that anger outburst or anxiety or sadness, it's all because there's something in your heart that's happened. You're feeling and experiencing something. So you gain the intelligence from your heart and you take action for yourself, your personal self. You have to. I had to do this with my family and it was really hard. But when you're in a fight for a battle you're going on in your life, it requires a reset. It requires for you to figure out, where were you hiding yourself? Why can people not see who you see yourself to be? Oh, because you got to start being it. You take off the masks and you open up the curtains and you let the light in. It's through all the cracks that we shine. God gives us the temptations because He knows it'll set our soul on fire and it will move us from the place that we are not currently thriving. That is what temptation is for. It is God's power, God's will in life on this planet. That's how it works. It's the science of it. The things that you love, that comes from your heart. This isn't just people. This is, if your love is writing or painting or photography or and hanging out with friends, all of those connections, and animal, and the love of smart lighting, the love of art galleries, all of those are these connections. The 10 of Swords. It's like you finally get to the place where you're like, I can't live in this set of circumstances anymore. No matter what, I'm just not happy. I gotta change. And like a butterfly coming from a cocoon, you let go of all of the binds that were holding you back from living your best life. It's this moment of realization to go after what's in your heart and the things that you love to do. Like I love to fly and I love to sail across the ocean or in lakes and with the wind in my hair, you know. I love to meditate. I love sunshine on my face. We have these things that we love. Those are guiding markers for us, leading us to our heaven on earth, to our rainbow. Nine of Wands. That is having enough pain that you finally say, I got this. You are in your coat of armor and you're moving forward. You're not down. You have not given up. You are wounded warrior spirit, like that rebirth of self. That some sort of tower moment in your life created, you know, a layoff, an empty nesting, a divorce, any of those things, a death. Then it brings in this Eight of Pentacles, working on your craft, your love, your, you know, something melted away, and so you had plenty of time on your hands, so you started learning about and enriching your life in ways to help you do this thing that kind of talks to you in your psyche, that pulls your spirit in, and whatever your inner artist is. You go on a journey, a Page of Pentacles, go on a journey to start learning about that and how to create that, how to birth that idea, that whatever it is, into this physical world, a judgment of self, that you can totally do it. And so you set your sights, Eight of Wands, you set your target, and you move straight in the direction your heart and your emotions and your circumstances are leading you to. Your path becomes very clear, like a yellow brick road. You're like, this feels right. This keeps coming to me. And so you ponder it. You're like, wow, not what I expected, but that would be pretty awesome. One of the things that I have found is God always has a way of making it bigger and more grand than you can imagine. You know, if you'd asked me 25 years ago if I'd be writing a movie one day, I would have probably, I don't even think that was on my radar. And then after some layoffs and some polishing of my talent and what I'm good at in writing picture stories year after year of my family, and writing training content, and I thought, God, I did not know I wanted this, but I guess I do. It keeps coming to me. Like, it's the record singing in my soul right now. So I don't know what it is for you. Yours might not be movie making. Mine is. It just keeps coming to me. Yes, like these thunderbolt of lightning moments. I'll explain one. So a few years ago, a couple of years ago, I guess, when I went to film school, I bought a journal, a storyboard journal, where you draw a little picture of what the scene will look like and write just a little summary of that scene. And I had filled out a few pages of it. Apparently, I don't really, I mean, I kind of remember writing those now, but it had just been in my cabinet. And I went to work that day at the restaurant job I've been doing on the side, and they laid me off, and they just said they weren't busy right now, and they were eliminating a position, that it was nothing to do with me, and it was all very light and lovely, and we wished each other well, and all was good. But it is a little bit crushing when you're counting on that income, and so I don't know. I have hot tea with my grandma all the time, and somehow she led me that day to my credenza where this notebook was stored, and I got it out and I opened up the pages, and here are my drawings, and the scene was a picture of a girl crying, and then a picture of a girl holding the notice of layoff, and then the next scene of the girl kind of crying in bed. Well, not crying in bed, but she's got her back to the camera in bed, like processing, right? And then the next was brewing tea with grandma. And so it was, I had it like just take the filming of just me brewing the tea. So anyways, here I sit, I find this notebook from when I was laid off a different time, and I find it on the day I'm laid off this time, and how do you ignore that? That is a red sign saying, hello, this is your path. This is green sign, whatever color you want to associate with it, but it's like a billboard you can't ignore, right? So it becomes your truth. You're like, hey, I don't care if you believe in all of that or not. It happens to me all the time, and so I know it's my truth. I know that's the direction I'm meant to go, and my soul feels at peace that there'll be justice in my life, that I am this pure vessel I've been working so hard on. I am skilled and can do this. I have 47 years of experiences under my belt in this life here on this planet, and a few things giving me a scratch on the arm aren't stopping me. We are all connected to God and to each day and moving forward in our circumstances. The power comes from healing ourselves and listening to our heart when it's breaking. Okay, that's what I've got for you today. Peace, love, happiness always. Hadahia.